Alright folks, here we go. The Premier League is back, and Game Week 1 is looking absolutely stacked. We've got some early title tests, reunion stories, and a few tasty grudge matches right from the off. From Liverpool taking on Bournemouth to a huge clash at Old Trafford between United and Arsenal. This opening weekend's gonna be tense, unpredictable, and full of drama. Let's break down all 10 games, see what's cooking, and I'll give you my score predictions along the way. Liverpool versus Bournemouth. Now this one's got a real bit of spice to it. The big talking point, new left back Milos Kerkez coming up against his old club on his very first Premier League outing. In the Community Shield the other day, Liverpool looked electric early on. The link-up between new signing Florian Wirtz and striker Hugo Ekitike was a joy to watch. Right back Frimpong capped it off with a cracking goal. That said, those 2 goals they conceded do raise a few eyebrows. Without Ryan Gravenberch in that defensive setup, there's still a bit of uncertainty at the back. Bournemouth, on the other hand, have basically had their defense ripped apart. Kerkez gone, Zabarnyi gone, Dean Huyson gone. Iraola's got a real puzzle to solve. On paper, Liverpool are the favorites, no doubt. But you know what? I'm going a bit rogue on this one. I fancy an upset. Let's call it a 2- draw. Aston Villa versus Newcastle. Last season, this was a big European spot decider. Watkins and keeper Emi Martinez were both rumored to leave in the summer, but neither move happened. Though Martinez is suspended for this one. Villa's Roger is injured, but Watkins looked as sharp as ever in pre-season. Newcastle's Isak is unlikely to feature. Gordon's carrying a knock, so it's down to new signing Elanga to make an impact. With both sides missing key pieces, I'm going 1-1 draw. Brighton versus Fulham. Both sides have had a pretty quiet transfer window. No big splashes, no dramatic moves. The big question is whether they can still keep themselves comfortably in that mid-table zone. For Brighton, keep an eye on new fullback Maxim de Kuiper. He's already found the net in pre-season. As for Fulham, Harry Wilson has been on fire in the friendlies, so let's see if he can carry that form into the league. I've got a sneaky feeling Fulham might just nick this one, going for a narrow away win, 1-2. Tottenham versus Burnley. This is Thomas Frank's first Premier League game in charge of Spurs, and the fans are buzzing for a new era. Back at Brentford, Frank loved organized pressing and quick counter-attacks, but it's still to be seen how quickly Tottenham's players can adapt to his style. Burnley, last season's championship winners, are now led by Scott Parker. It's too early to tell whether they're just a yo-yo club, or if they've got what it takes to stay up. We'll find out soon enough. Even though Spurs might need some time to adjust to their new manager's approach, and with captain Son out, I still think they'll get the job done here. I'm going 2-0 Spurs. 5 Sunderland versus West Ham. Regis Lebris leads Sunderland into their first top-flight game in ages, and the Stadium of Light will be rocking. West Ham under Graham Potter are still adjusting, but they've got more quality overall. This could be tighter than people expect, but I'll go 1-2 to West Ham. Wolves versus Man City. Vitor Pereira's Wolves are rebuilding, and this is not the opponent you want for opening day Guardiola's Manchester City. City have gone younger this summer, shipping out older legs and bringing in fresh talent. The question is, how quickly can the new lads gel? Even so, with Holland up top, I see City winning big 1-4. Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. Enzo Maresca's Chelsea are coming into this one fresh off a Club World Cup when morale's high at the bridge. But Palace aren't exactly shy of silverware themselves after that shock FA Cup win over City last season, followed by beating Liverpool in the Community Shield. This could be a proper scrap. Chelsea do have the better squad on paper, and with home advantage, I think they'll just edge it. I'm saying 3-2 to the Blues. Nottingham Forest versus Brentford. Nuno Espirito Santo's Forest had their ups and downs last season, but the City ground is still a tough place to visit. They've got a near full-strength squad, and that should count for a lot. Brentford, on the other hand, are in a bit of a mess. Thomas Frank is gone, and starman Mabumo is out. What they've got left is more or less Frank's old spirit in the dressing room. Forest don't concede much at home, and I think they'll be too strong here. 2-0 to the hosts. Man United versus Arsenal. What a blockbuster to round off the opening weekend. Ruben Amorim's United against Mikel Arteta's Arsenal at Old Trafford. United fans are still getting used to Amorim's ideas, and their new front three of Mabumo, Cunha, and Echo probably haven't had enough time to gel. Arsenal, meanwhile, have Jickers already well bedded in, and Martin Zubimendi has given them a real boost in midfield. Even at Old Trafford, I think Arsenal have the quality to get the job done. I'm going to 0 to the Gunners. Leeds versus Everton. Daniel Farke's Leeds are back in the Premier League and looking to make Elland Road a fortress. Everton under David Moyes have brought in experience, but I think Leeds' home energy will be huge. Tight game, 1-1 draw. So that's the opening weekend wrapped up. Some huge fixtures, some big predictions, and probably a few shocks in store. Whether you're backing the big guns or fancying an upset, Game Week 1 always throws up drama. Let's see how these play out, and remember, in the Premier League, expect the unexpected.